So why did that balloon just pop? Because I poked it with a skewer, right? But what if I told you that I can make this entire skewer go through this balloon without the balloon popping at all? Well, that's what we're going to learn about today. These balloons that we have, they're stretchy, they're rubber. But the rubber on these balloons, if you look at it at a microscopic level, you can see that it's made up of these really long strands of molecules. And these molecules, these long strands of molecules, are called polymers, okay? So these polymers are elastic. They have a lot of elasticity, which causes the rubber to stretch. So as you're blowing up your balloon, you're causing the polymers in that balloon to stretch. So for example, I have a balloon here that I have just drawn a bunch of dots on with a marker. I have the same balloon blown up, but as you can see, the dots that are on the bigger surface of the balloon are stretched out and they're lighter, but the marks on the ends of the balloons are smaller and a lot darker. What that is telling us is that there is more stress on the balloon on the outside. On the bigger sides, it has more stress, but on the ends, there's a lot less stress. So what we're going to do is we are going to use these sides with the less stress to our advantage, right? Now we are actually going to pierce our skewer through our balloon. Now, like I said earlier, we are going to use the sides with the less stress. So both ends. As you can see, there's a darker end, or hopefully you can see, there's a darker end on this end of the balloon, and down here on this end, it's darker, which means there's not a lot of stress on those areas of this balloon like there is on around it, okay? So what you're gonna need for this experiment is you're gonna need a balloon, and I want you to go ahead and blow it up as big as you want. Just make it at least a normal size balloon. You're gonna need a skewer, because this is what you're gonna use to poke through your balloon. And then you're gonna need some type of oil. I have vegetable oil. And all this is going to do is just serve as a lubricant for the skewer to go through, just to make it a little more easier. So let's get started. But the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take your vegetable oil and you're gonna open it. You're not gonna pour it out or anything like that. You're just gonna dip your skewer in to the oil as much as it'll go, and you wanna try to get the excess oil off of the skewer. There will still be some left, and that is okay, but there's a possibility that it might splash on your clothes as soon as you pierce it through the balloon. So wear something that you might not want to get messed up. And we have our balloon, and like I said, we're going to use the sides that have the less stress. So we're just going to take our balloon, poke it. See, it goes through real easy. And we're going to try to poke it through. You can kind of see it. And you're going to poke it through the other end that has the less stress. And as you can see, the balloon did not pop at all, and our skewer went directly through the balloon. Now when you're done, you are going to have a hole. So you're going to have holes on both sides of the balloon. As you can see, mine's shrinking, but that is from where we punctured the balloon with the skewer, and it broke the polymer chains that were on here. It broke them. So now there is a hole on both ends of our balloon, and like I said, it is getting smaller, but it didn't pop. Now if I were to poke this skewer through the side, it would still pop, because there's still more stress on the sides of the balloon than there is on the ends. So we were able to puncture our balloon with our skewer on the ends of the balloon because there was not a lot of stress there. That is why. Now, the reason that it is so hard, almost impossible, to poke your skewer through the sides of your balloon where it's expanded the most is because they're already under so much tension in that area around the balloon that just the slightest puncture will make it burst. It'll make your balloon pop.